guys, welcome back. I'm going to be doing a little bit more body work on this air tank turned into a gas pump. First thing I want to do before I start sanding this down, I'm going to use a block sander on the top because I want that to be really nice. The sides I'm going to hit with a DA. They'll be fine using a DA sander. We're not building a show car or anything like that, so it's not like we need to spend a ton of time making sure it's 100% perfectly flat. But what I want to do before I even start sanding is I have some pinholes in the bodywork, and that's normal, especially when you do a bunch of bodywork. So I have little pinholes like this in various spots. There's even some up here, which the Globe will cover, but I'm gonna go over them anyways. I got a little one right here, you know, stuff like that. And what I'm gonna use is this Dolphin Glaze by U-Pull. I'm just gonna mix up a little bit of it. And I like to just put it into the nicks or the pinholes, let it dry, and then start sanding down my primer. I like doing it before I sand because A, it's gonna adhere to that because it's such a small area. And if I sand first and then I go to do it and I don't blow it off really well, I could possibly have dust in those pinholes, and then my filler is not going to adhere as well. So better be safe than sorry. I like to just do it ahead of time, try to get as much of them as possible. So basically you're just going to mix some of this up with a little bit of hardener and pull it real tight over top of the pinholes. And don't ever stir this stuff. Make sure you guys fold it over, because stirring it just creates more air bubbles. Get it mixed up really well. Make sure that your two colors are completely blended together. Okay, so let's go over here. I'll just show you real quick and then I'll stop the camera while I go around and do it. So I'm just gonna put it on these pinholes as tight as possible. It's okay if there's a little excess because I'm gonna sand it off anyways. So basically that's all I'm gonna do is just go around and find all the spots, get them coated, and then I'll be back. Okay, I'm gonna show you real quick what I'm gonna do, and then I'll do it off camera, just the top part, and then I'll worry about, we'll do the sides afterwards. So I have a 6-inch block here hooked up to my vacuum hose, and I have 180 grit on here. Turn the vacuum on. I don't have my mask on yet, but I'm only gonna show you for a second here. Basically, I'm just going to sit here and lock this down. Just kind of go on an angle the best I can. The reason why I'm not using a bigger block is there's no reason for a bigger block because of the curve of this. An 18-inch block is not going to do me any good because I'm only going to be hitting like 4 inches of this block on the surface at one time. But this will show you how it's just gonna knock it down nice and flat. And I'm just gonna do that to the whole top, and then we'll come back and we'll start running the DA on the sides and the front and back. What I ended up doing in here, we're just gonna mix up a little bit more. I ended up filling this behind this part. This holds this piece of sheet metal here is where the plexiglass is gonna screw into. So what I did was just filled behind it because it was going to be way too hard to sand in there because there's some welds and stuff back in there. So all right, I'm going to go ahead and get this top sanded and then I'll be back. Okay guys, I took a break from my video, came over to my buddy Tim's from Treetop Garage. This is his 49 Studebaker, right? Yeah. 49 Studebaker. He is doing body work to it. And you messaged me a couple days ago or so?
Yeah.
Asking me some questions about it, and told him I come over here and I had no problem spraying it for him, but he had to do all the body work. So he's working on the body work now on this. But yeah, if you guys want to follow this project on Treetop Garage, go to his channel and subscribe. He has quite a few videos on this. It is running and driving. He just, wait, about a month ago or so you got it running and driving?
A month and a half, 2 months.
Yeah. Working on the trunk lid right now, just fixing some trunk lid was all messed up. He's about got that dialed in. What color are you gonna paint this, Tim?
Burnt orange.
Satin burnt orange.
Satin burnt orange, yep.
So
I think it's actually a pearl.
is it a pearl?
I think it is.
I wonder how that'll look being satin.
I don't know.
You want to talk about it a little bit, what you
Sure.
did to it, and
Yeah.
maybe people be interested in seeing it?
I'm kind of nervous being on camera.
Yeah, I know how you
Just
are.
kidding. All right, so when I got this car, last July I think it was basically just a body with just a roller. No motor, no nothing. So I got it, immediately I found a motor to my brother, actually, and a transmission, so we got that kind of in there. It's a Speedway front axle, which didn't have hardly any of the right parts on it. I had to do all that too. No steering, it didn't have any brakes, nothing at all, so I had to do all that. The rear end that's in it now is a 8.8. Good.
All right, I'm back. I'm an idiot, and I hit the button to stop recording, so this video is gonna be a little weird, but it'll be fine. So anyways, go ahead and talk about the motor, Tim.
All right, so the motor is a 283 out of that Impala that's at your shop at 59.
Yep.
And it's 30 over. It's pretty much all brand new inside. I checked it with a bore scope that I have. It looks all brand new, 30 over flat top pistons. I threw a couple things from like eBay, the valve covers, the FST carb 4-barrel, I think it's a 650. Just, you know, flamethrower, coil, and Excel eliminator, points eliminator, sorry. And this fancy chrome alternator, and just basic stuff off Amazon and eBay, really.
Right. So if you guys are wondering, these cheap intakes, valve covers, all this stuff works. Nothing's leaking. Runs good. You want to start it for him? See if it'll start?
Sure, it'll start.
All right, we're gonna start it up. He started it earlier, so.
Start it up.
But yeah, I mean,
Batteries are. Here we go. Cross your fingers.
starts right up, runs perfect, man. Yep, sounds good. Fires right up.
Like a Swiss watch.
I know. So he ran all copper lines. I don't even know if this is it considered copper?
It's
Was it
nickel. This nickel copper.
nickel copper.
It's
I
not
use
just straight copper.
Yeah, I use the same stuff in my shop. You basically can just bend the stuff with your hand. You don't
Yeah,
even have
that's
to have
how
a
I did
bender.
these, actually.
Right. I use them for my fuel, brake lines, everything. Easy to flare.
Real quick, I don't know. Sorry to interrupt.
No,
you.
no.
But this car had originally a floor style master cylinder, which I didn't have any of that. So I went with this. It's like a Corvette style, older Corvette style universal power brake setup. And this thing, I had to do a little modifications in the steering for the steering comes through, but this thing works really well. It works great.
Right. This is on all his videos if you guys want to check his channel out. Once again, it's Treetop Garage. He said he has 70 some videos,
Yeah,
probably
75, something like
from when he got it to starting it, you know, putting it together, fitting the motor. You did a bunch of rear end work.
that. I did some. I had to pull it all out.
Yeah, didn't you? Yeah, you did a bunch of front end work, brakes.
Yeah, I had no steering when I got it, like I said. I had to do all
Right.
that. I made some parts actually. That big steering.
The brakes gave him a headache. I know you had to get parts several times for that.
Yep.
Speedway motors.
Yep. All Speedway motors
Yep.
there.
He put a new trunk floor in it because it didn't have a trunk floor.
Didn't have a trunk floor at all when I got it.
Right.
So me and my son made it all from scratch. Originally the trunk floor was a lot more of an angle, so I knew I was going to run a fuel cell. So I made, actually out of angle iron, I made a frame. Stupid rooster. So I made a frame that went back to keep it flatter, further back, so I could fit this in there.
Right.
So it actually worked perfect the way.
Yep. He's gonna make a little panel here to cover
Yeah, I
that
gotta
up.
make a panel for that.
Is this you gonna run a vent?
I already have it.
Oh, you have it up there. Okay.
Yep, I just gotta, I gotta put a filter on it actually. I forgot
Right.
to get that. Made
So
the battery tray. Like that.
there's your battery shut off.
Yep, battery shut off.
So basically, we're gonna, once him and his son get it all sanded down, ready, taped off, I'm gonna come out here, make a video primering it. He's also gonna make videos on primering it and painting it. But he's gonna get everything ready, and I'm gonna go ahead and spray it for him. And the hood, the son did the hood last weekend. That's all sanded down.
Yeah.
Oh, here's the interior if you want to see that. Really not much of an interior. I don't know how much he's really going to put in here or not.
Probably not much more than what's in there right now.
Right, there's the heater, the little red box over there. That's what these had for heat back then, right? Or is that an aftermarket
No, I
type?
think that's original.
That is original.
Yeah. It works too. I actually tried it on the battery, and it actually, the fan turned on. I haven't checked it for the
And what color are we painting it?
burnt orange. It's a flat burnt orange. I want to say it might have pearl in it, but I can't remember.
Okay, so we're going to use a single stage flat burnt orange from eBay. It's a complete kit you buy. It comes with the
TCM Global was where I found it. That's the one you
Oh,
sent me.
is that the one I sent you? Wasn't that off of eBay?
No, but they have it on their website too. It's a little
Okay.
cheaper.
Yeah, they sell it on eBay and their website. So they probably charge more on eBay because they have to pay eBay fees
And maybe shipping.
and shipping.
Free shipping on the website.
Okay. So I've used eBay paint on several of my videos. You guys have seen them in the past. I've painted a 64 Impala with that stuff, and it works really good. So you'll get to see how this satin or matte finish, whatever they call it,
It's supposed to be satin.
satin. We'll see how that looks when it's done. I don't think I've ever painted the satin other than a black color.
Yeah. Well, it'll be
So
interesting to
yeah,
see how
it'll
this
be see how it
comes out.
works. But the hood is in really, really good shape. A couple little minor little dings, some little spot welds right here, but I think the 2K primer is gonna fix that. So I'm just gonna shoot a coat of epoxy primer down just to cover the bare metal, so I don't get in trouble from the YouTube police. And then I'll put some 2K primer over top of it. But so yeah, look forward to seeing some of these videos. Oh, what do you got?
That's the hood ornament.
Oh, sweet,
It goes right there.
nice.
I'm gonna clean it up. Obviously, it's a little.
I almost wonder if it would look cool like flat black.
I don't know. I thought about that.
You know, with that orange, it might
This-
go.
That goes in the front.
That's cool.
That goes right there.
But yeah, check out his channel. Like I said, tons of cool stuff. He likes to just, you know, make things work.
And I got a 50 Pontiac under.
Oh, yeah. So there's gonna be another car in the works. If you guys are into these old ones, I am. I definitely like them. But another one out here. What do you plan on doing to this one?
I'll tell you what. I want to fix the fenders in the front there where the holes are at. I'm gonna leave a patina on it. I think. Main thing is that around the headlights here.
Yep.
I'm actually gonna buy a French headlight kit.
Okay,
What do you
so
think of
it's
that?
gonna get cut out anyways.
Yeah. So I'm gonna leave it ratty,
Okay.
but I want to lower it too. And I'm going to probably, I got wheels and tires right over here, all black rims and wheels.
Does it run?
It runs and drives, yeah.
What's in it for a motor?
Straight 8. It's got the Pontiac original motor.
Those look like some Clark rims over there.
Those are actually from my brother. He gave them to me with that Impala.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got to open the hood for you.
What is it? What's on it? In it?
It's a straight 8.
Okay, that's what my 51 Buick had.
Yeah. It runs and drives beautiful. But it runs-
Is this a flip forward hood or right to left?
It comes up like that.
Okay.
I just can't remember how to open the hood. Oh, there it is.
My 51 is it tilts right or left.
Oh yeah, yeah. This is a Buick, right?
Yeah.
Some of them were a little different. The
One of these
Buicks-
days I'll get it done.
I can't remember where to put this for this thing.
Why
It took me 2 days to figure this out. Actually,
Roosters are pissed.
Oh, you just pick it up. Yeah, it actually runs beautiful.
Nice.
It's got a big old 6. It's still 6-volt.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah. I'm gonna leave this one as stock as I can, but I want to lower it and fix this stuff.
It's funny how the horns are all the way back there.
I know, and they
They must
don't
be
work.
loud as hell.
They don't work.
No?
No. I
Di-
tried it. I was hoping they would.
Diaphragms are probably shot.
Yeah. I'll get one of those 4 trumpet train horns and put on it.
I would.
Yeah. It's pretty cool though.
Yeah.
If I had some gas, I'd start it up for you. I don't have any gas right now.
Probably runs perfect, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Nice and smooth.
It's you can't even hear it run up here. It sounds like a sewing machine running. It's pretty crazy.
I know. That motor will probably run forever.
Yeah. Well, I'm not doing nothing to it mechanically wise. It runs pretty
Yep.
good the way it is.
Got a little patching going on here, huh?
Yeah. Somebody was like that when I got it. Must have been worse or like that. You know. What do you think we should do with the headlights, Troy? You think you could fix those too?
Yeah.
We'll get some French
I
headlights.
got to show him the lower valance on the front. He said I couldn't fix.
Oh, go ahead.
So the front lower valance on the Studebaker, he couldn't seem to find one. Kind of hard to come by, but this whole side's like Swiss cheese, and there's a big hole in it. So this is all missing here. Got holes here and some on the side there. So I'm going to use this side as my template, bend some new metal, and we're going to re-weld it in here. So I'm going to take this with me and fix this up for him while he's working on the rest of the car, and then I'll bring it back over here when we go to paint it. Probably just paint it off the car.
Yeah, probably.
And just stick it on afterwards.
You know what I'm gonna have to do too? Do some real hackery, because it's gonna have to happen anyway. I'm gonna have to just cut these bumper brackets off too.
Are you going to put a front bumper on here or no? Okay.
Somebody already cut them off once.
Yeah, because they should have came way out here,
Yeah, they
and then
would've
probably
had a-
bent around with the hole.
Yeah, they would have had a big old bend on probably on
Right.
just on one side.
So, all right, guys, I'm gonna stop this here and head back to my shop in a few and keep working on the gas pump. So if you guys are interested, like I said, check out Treetop Garage. And like I said, he has a ton of videos on this. And then the Pontiac's next.
Yep, that's coming in.
That's
next.
coming up next. So hopefully you guys are into this and you take a look at his channel. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, guys, I'm back in the shop. It's like 10 o'clock at night. I pretty much have the top sanded down. I gotta do a little bit in here, but I'll probably just use the DA sander for in there. And I'm gonna block sand around the front here because this is the most important area. I want it to be nice and flat and clean looking around the front. I was at Tim's house from Treetop Garage earlier when I made my short video. I said Shade Tree Garage, which was wrong. It was Treetop Garage. I don't know why I said that. But anyways, there is a little bit on here of the video of him looking at his car that I'm going to be helping him do a paint job on. So if you guys get a chance, check out his channel. I'd really appreciate it. I'm sure he would too. So basically what I'm doing here is just taking my block like I did on the top, and I'm just kind of going around everywhere and just making sure I get everything nice and flat looking. So that's pretty darn good along there for now. I'm gonna grab my DA sander with some 180 grit, start buzzing down the front and the side. So I'll be back in a minute. I gotta hook up the air hose and stuff. Okay, I'll just show you for a minute and then I'll finish it off camera. But I just wanna show you, I'm gonna hit the flat areas with the 6-inch DA now, keeping the DA sander nice and flat against the surface. Okay, as you can see, it goes pretty quick. The cabinet's kind of rolling around on me a little bit because I got some wheels underneath it for now. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and do the sides and the back and the front, and then I'll be back and show you what it's looking like. But so far it's looking real good. Okay, it's all sanded down. It's warming up in the spray booth. It's only like 45, 50 degrees out. So I'm running the heater while I primer, and then I'm gonna bake it at 140 degrees. I just got done wax and grease wiping it down with wax and grease remover. If you notice up here, there's some extra mud work. I didn't like the way this side looked, so I ground it down and straightened it out, and now it looks a lot better. So don't be afraid to change something if you don't like the way it looks. Don't get in a hurry to where you don't want to fix something because you just want to get it done. Fix it. Just fix it. If it takes you an extra day, it takes you an extra day. That only took me 20 minutes to fix, but I'll be a lot happier with it when it's done. So now I'm going to mix up some 2K primer. We're going to use the Summit 2K primer again, like I always use. It's a 4-to-1 mix, 4 parts primer, 1 part hardener, and we're going to add 10% reducer into it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the first coat of paint, or first coat of primer on all the bodywork areas first. I'm going to put a good heavy coat on those, and then I'm going to put a whole coat over the whole thing. And then I'll let it set for 10-15 minutes, and I'll put a second coat all over everything. And then after that, once it sets for 15 minutes, I'm going to bake it at 140 degrees for 30 minutes. Let it dry overnight. Tomorrow, I could sand it down with some 320 grit and start painting it. Tomorrow and Sunday, tomorrow's Saturday, so Saturday and Sunday, I plan on working on the 59 Impala. And this is the perfect project to work on while I'm working on the 59 Impala, because tomorrow, once I sand it all down and get it in the spray booth and get everything wiped down and cleaned really well, I'm going to put epoxy primer on the whole thing. And then after that, I'm going to put the white on the front of the cabinet. And then that's going to set for a couple hours. While that's drying for probably 2 hours, I'm going to be working on the 59 Impala. Then I'll come back in here, I'll tape off the white area, I'll spray the green. I'll let the green set for an hour or two, and then I can pull the tape off and clear coat it. So all the wait time I have between coats, I'll be working on the 59 Impala. So I'm going to go ahead and mix up a batch of this 4-to-1 with 10% reducer. Okay, I'm gonna mix up one more cup, let that set for 15 minutes, and then put the last coat on. Okay, I'll show it to you in about 10-15 minutes, but I think it's looking pretty darn good. Should be good to go. Tomorrow, sand it down and start painting it. Sunday, hopefully I can start putting it together. I just got to get it out of the way because next weekend, that pickup truck that I'm painting gunmetal gray, the satin gunmetal gray, that's coming back here. Hoping to have the 59 Impala out of here. And I have a old, I'll have to look it up and see what it is, but an old station wagon. That one of the side windows, side rear windows, is getting pulled out of it, and they're bringing it here. It's a friend of mine, actually went to high school with him, and I'm bringing it here, or he's bringing it here, and I have to fix some rust around where the window goes. I guess there's some rust and probably some holes back in there, so I'm probably gonna have to cut it out, piece in some new metal, a little bit of body work, and then I gotta try to match the color of the car, which I believe it was like a darker blue. So I'm gonna have to try to blend out the paint and probably reshoot clear on the quarter panel and stuff like that. That's supposed to come next weekend as well, so I really need to get this 59 out of here because I need that spot for the station wagon, and then the pickup truck I can put in the spray booth. Pickup truck's coming back, all put together, I gotta sand it down, fix some spots. I guess they had an issue with the pickup truck. It's going to the alignment shop this week, but they had an issue when they were putting it together. They had it on the lift, and they forgot to shut the driver's door all the way. And I guess the truck started coming down on the lift, and the door opened up, and it hit on a ladder they had next to the thing, and I guess it crinkled the bottom of the door a little bit, so I'm gonna have to fix that as well. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it's not too bad. I haven't seen it. Maybe I'll run down there tomorrow and take a look at it, just to see how bad it is, or maybe I can run down to his place, maybe pound it out, and start doing a little bit of body work on it before it shows up here, just to save me some time when it comes here. So I might do that. I always wipe my mask out when I'm done with it, and I put it back in the bag that it comes with, because these filters will last longer if you put it back in the bag. Plus, I'm always nervous if I leave this out that a spider or something's gonna go in there, and then I'm gonna put it on my face and I'm gonna have a spider on me. So I always check too before I put it on to make sure there's nothing in there weird. But yeah, I always like to put it back in the bag, and then I just roll the bag up and stick it back in the cabinet. So, all right, I'm gonna give that about another, about 10 minutes, and then we'll take a look at it. I think it looks good though. Okay, it is now warming up in here, but I put it on, the primer on pretty heavy in here, because I just wanted to make sure that it looked really good in here. So that when the plexiglass is on here, or the Lexan rather, when you look through it, everything looks nice and clean on the inside. But I think it turned out real nice. Tomorrow will be day of painting. So, also, I have other projects in the works. That is a Vista Cruiser station wagon that I'm going to be doing, fixing the rust on that behind the window. So that, and I have that 40, I think it was a 49 Ford. And then I'm going to be painting that Studebaker for my buddy Tim from Treetop Garage. Once again, if you guys get a chance, check his channel out. He doesn't have a ton of subscribers right now. Hopefully we can get him up over the 1,000 mark. He's doing a lot of cool stuff with that. So if you guys are interested in seeing more projects like the gas pump and the drive-in movie speakers, probably going to restore that payphone. I have another project which I'm going to show you guys tomorrow once the parts show up. I think it's a pretty cool idea. I don't think I've ever seen it done before. It's something I just came up with, so hopefully it will look cool. I'll show you what it is tomorrow. So please like, subscribe, share, hit the thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. Subscribe so that you guys can see more of these projects. So anybody that's new to the channel, a ton more stuff coming, guys. So please, if you get a chance, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks.